Hello, my name's Joe. I'm a second year university student at the University of Liverpool. Currently, the University of Zoom because of this coronavirus. So what I want to do today is, because I've recently just got back from uni home because I wanted to self-isolate with my family, I've really lost track of staying on top of essays and all sorts of stuff. So I thought I'd just bring a short, quick video where you could like organise your life with me. So what I attempted to do last week was set out a goals list and a to-do list to try and stay on top of things that I wanted to do and achieve, as well as stuff that I had to do, like essays and stuff. Because if you're not doing A-levels or GCSEs where you've just passed this semester, which is, well, this year because of the coronavirus, it's great. But if you're like me, where you've still got to do essays, you've still got to work, even though the weather's lovely outside and everyone's just sunbathing and having barbecues, I still have to do essays because my grades still count. So what I'm using here is a app called Notion. It's basically a all-in-one notepad, digital notepad. You can do this on paper if you want, but I like using this program. I use it for my lectures and stuff. Well, not recently, but I've just got it these last 2 weeks because it's amazing. I didn't realise how good it was. So you can organise all your reading lists into here, and tasks, goals, journals. You can use emojis. It just adds like a social media element to your notes that makes it more easy to search for things and stuff. So what I'm going to do here is I've just created a new page here, and I'm going to name it Self Quarantine. If I can spell. See, 2 weeks away from uni, where I rely on cafes and libraries and my flatmates to keep me motivated most of the time, I've kind of forgotten how to spell, and this is not a good sign. So what I'm going to start off with here is creating some goals for myself. So these are things that I want to achieve this week out of my own personal growth rather than uni work set for me. So I'll just do /dots. I might fast forward some of these bits so you don't have to watch me typing everything, but I'm going to go down what I want to achieve myself. So the other day I was clearing out my room and I found a ukulele under my bed. I was like, where has this come from? And I was like, maybe I should learn it. So one of my goals this week is actually to begin learning the basics on the ukulele. And just to, I don't know, try something new, something I wouldn't do otherwise I'd be in this quarantine. Because it's important to do other stuff rather than just working and all the time. But if you don't like doing goals yourself, sitting down on Netflix and watching it is fine as well. It's just whatever you want to do to get through this quarantine. For me, staying productive is one of the best ways to get through this. Being in self-isolation is very boring, but recently I just downloaded this app called TikTok, and oh my god, how did I not discover this before? It's just amazing, and I feel like there's potential there. So one of my goals is probably to make a TikTok this week, just to experience what the platform's like and to see what I can do on it. So make a TikTok, or yeah, because I feel like I can have real fun on there. But moving on to more productive things. So something I've really struggled with the last couple of days is actually sticking to a routine. So one of my main goals this week is just to create a routine, very simple, but it'll probably help me to stay on top of work, waking up at the same time, doing the same stuff, just increases the productivity cycle. Also thinking, now I'm stuck inside, there's no excuse for me not to exercise, if you get what I mean. So like, I'm gonna set a goal to exercise every day, i.e. outside one day and inside the next, just to vary up a bit. And then finally, one thing I'm going to put in here is something that I never do, is just to step back and look. And what I mean by this is this like maybe some meditation before bed just to reflect on my day to see how well it's gone. It's something I've never done, and there's been loads of studies out there to show that it actually helps with your mental health, your productivity, and just overall feeling more happy. So I want to try that, meditation, or maybe even yoga before bed. So now I've got my main goals for the week. I think that's enough. I don't want to overdo it, so I think that's enough goals for the week. What I want to do now is just to create a to-do list of some of the things that I actually need to do this week. So these things can include essays or phoning one of your friends that you've been meaning to phone for a long time, which is also could go into goals, I suppose. But these are just things you need to actually do this week. They're not more or less goals you want to achieve, they're more like things you need to do. So for me, I've got a couple of essays coming up. So what I'm going to do here, is just create another list, but name out all the things that I need to do. I'm going to fast forward through this because you don't need to see any of it. Okay, there we are. I think we've got a good basis now just to go off. So now I've set out my goals for the week, something I want to achieve for personal growth for myself, and also a to-do list of things that I actually need to do. I've now created a little summary of my week, what I want to achieve this week. So now I've done this, what I tend to do is go into a to-do list app, and it's called Todoist. It's a app where you can basically enter all in your to-dos and basically sort out everything you need to do that week. So it's just loading now. So what I tend to do is put everything in, and then basically just tick them off when I'm doing them. And then that way I know that I'm actually achieving stuff and I'm not actually slacking. Because if I just rely on this Notion list that I've created here, I'm going to maybe not so much look at it as much. So what I tend to do is make a to-do list. You can do this however you want on an app. Some people like to do a little diary where they physically tick. I just use this app because I can get it on my phone, I can access it on any computer I use, not if I'm going anywhere, I'm just going to be using this laptop. So what I'm going to do now is just to, I sort my classes out as well. So what I do now is just basically sort everything out from my goals list and my to-do list into each one of these project lists. So I've got one for each of my subjects, modules I'm studying at university, my business ethics, marketing research, marketing placement, so forth. Then I've got one for YouTube, which is brand new for this week because obviously it's something new. And then I've got a personal section as well, so productivities are things like, let's see what I've got in here, exercise every day, meditation before bed, and then basically a general personal one as well. So these are things like maybe you want to call your friends a lot more, so you just want to put a to-do list to make sure you actually not force yourself to do it, to remind you to do it, because sometimes it's very easy to forget to do things, especially in these very uncertain times. So what I'm going to do now is just look at my Notion list here and just basically get all of this here and just make a to-do list based on my goals, but also make sure that the to-do lists are highest priority because they have to be done. So enough of me wittering, let's go and organise this into the to-do list. So now in each of these things we've got tasks to do for the week. So now you can just organise what days you want to do it on. So basically just do this by going over it and doing schedule. So most of the time it suggests a day for you. So for example, today it's suggesting for me to do research on primary research. But I'm just going to go by one and sort out when I have time to actually do it as well, because there's other things that won't be on my to-do list. For example, the exercising every day, because that's something that I have to do every day, so I know there's no point putting that into the to-do list. You can do it if you want, but for me, because I know I have to do it, I'm not going to put that in. So I'm just going to organise these for the next 7 days to create a overview of the week of what I need to do. So I'm just going to go through that now. So now, because it's the Easter holidays, the to-do list isn't actually that full, but usually it would be a lot more full. So now looking at the next 7 days, now I've done all that, so it gives you today, tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I tend to have the weekends off so I can spend it with my family, because I'm not going to spend much time with them next year, hopefully, if I get my internship. But so I want to spend as much time with them as possible, so I'm trying to keep my work off the weekend so I can just have time with them and also make some calls with friends. But if any other work comes up during the week, this isn't static. I can add to it, I can remove from it if the task no longer is viable. So once I've done this, I tend to just go to a calendar app. So for the purpose of this video, I'll just use Google Calendar. Now, I hate being this organised normally, but because of the situation we are in, it's something that I just need to do. So this is my week on Google Calendar. This is my Google Calendar at the moment. It's very empty. So what I'm just going to go do here is sort out all my to-do list tasks into the calendar so I can see what time is available. So I'm going to be very lenient with the time. You don't have to be very on point. You have to just put it in there just to keep yourself on top. So like if one day you're like, oh, what's today? You can do this. So that's me done now. So I've just basically, it looks very bare because I've not included everything on my to-do list because I'm giving myself a lot of time, so I'm not stressing out, I'm not rushing myself. But I've just put in the important stuff, so my 2 essays that I need to start to be doing this week. Ideally I need to finish one by the end of this week, so I've put that one in today. And then I've put also the mini lectures which have been recorded the last 3 weeks to catch up on them, so I don't fall behind for when the lectures start again. So that's basically how to get organised basically during this pandemic sort of thing that's going on. So I hope you've enjoyed this little video. I hope it's helped you. If it has helped you, please give it a thumbs up, and hopefully I'll be back this week or maybe next week with another video because it is in this to-do list, so I should be able to do it. So when I've started to create a routine, I might start to film that, my day-to-day life in quarantine sort of thing. So thanks for watching. I hope you stay safe and well, and au revoir.
Don't you be afraid, everything will change. You and I jumping